All right. Wonderful Sunday morning. This is part two of Crossover. What drives you? What drives you? Let's find out.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
All right. So I did part one, talking about driving in general. So this is you driving something else, your vehicle. Now this is what drives you. What's your driving factor? What's your motivating factor in life? What helps you achieve your goals? What helps you, um, you know, what helps you in on your path to your purpose? Now, some people might, they unfortunately don't find their purpose in life and they underperform. Unfortunately, we all have some skills, we all have things that we favor. I like science. I like science. I like technology. I like building stuff. I like business. So there was actually a plethora of things I could have got into, and I like driving. I like driving, and I have a passion for cars. So um, there's a lot of things I could have gotten into. There's a lot of ways, my path to success could have led me, and right now that path led me to trucking. I went to college. Uh, it didn't work out too well for me. Got into some student loan debt like most college students. Now, luckily, it's below the average, but I still got into a significant amount of student loan debt. Um, and I started behind because those years. Now, mind you, I learned a lot in college, but at the same time, I was told go to college and then you get a job. Well, I wasn't told what to go to college for, and unfortunately, I went to college. At the time I played sports, I got a severe injury in high school, had to take physical therapy, so I went to college and I was like, hey, let me look into being a physical therapist. Surprise, surprise, I wasn't that passionate about it. Therefore, thank God I knew better than to double down and go back into masters, which is what because I was a good student. I made the chancellor's list, dean's list. I was the president of the student organization and everything. But the thing was, my professors, they were, numerous professors like, hey, you're going to apply for the master's program? Because I was a good student, but, I felt lost because it wasn't immediately, but it was like 2, 3 years in. I wasn't passionate about it. I wasn't looking forward to physical therapy school. I wasn't, I was like, yeah, this isn't something I can see myself doing for the next 20, 30 years. I wish I would have listened to that little voice in the back of my head that was like, "Hey, you should probably look into engineering." I like tinkering. I liked tinkering with stuff when I was a kid. Building robots and stuff sounded pretty cool. I didn't know anything about the career path, income, et cetera, et cetera. I should have. That's really one of the main reasons I made my channel is to talk to the younger me. So the men that are under 25, you're still trying to figure life out. I want to be able to try to tell you, like, okay, these are some things I wish I would have done. And I wish I would have, hmm, I wish I would, if I would have went to college, I wish I would have went into engineering. That's what I wish. I went to exercise science. I learned a lot about health and everything. But along that career path, I lost passion for it. I lacked drive. I lacked the drive to continue on and compete in that field for whatever reason. Now, I mean, maybe it was because I was never really that passionate about it. I was just like, oh, this seems cool. Let me jump into it because I didn't have any understanding of all these other career paths. I didn't understand engineering. I didn't understand like STEM was the way to go at the time. Like none of that. I didn't. I was just go to college, get a job. That's literally what I was told. Nobody told me what to go to college for at all. I was on my own at 17. I wasn't even old enough to get a legal job on my own. uh, like that's all I had. But I worked my way when I got into my 20s, and I realized, okay, I'm not going to go into the master's route. I'm not going to double down into it. So therefore, let me find some way to work around it. And that's when, I looked into trucking, which there were a lot of signs that earlier in my career, I wish I would have gotten to trucking when I was 21, when I could have legally did it, because I would have saved a couple of years. I would have actually, had almost a decade of driving experience on my belt. I'd be a true OG. I'd still be making, because, mind you, I was making six figures early, or fairly early. Like I didn't even get my, oof, I was making pretty good money fairly early. My first two jobs. The first one was like guaranteed 80 a year, and then the next one was like definitely 10. Well, it was over 10 G's a month for sure. And I got those jobs without the experience. Maybe timing. Maybe I got a little lucky. The timing was perfect for the one that I was getting 10 G's. But the thing is, I wish I would have gotten into it earlier, so I would have had even more experience, and I would have been making 10 G's a month for the entirety of my 20s. I mean, right now, I'd probably own like three or four trucks by now. But things didn't work out that way. I continued on through college. I finished. I graduated. Everything like that. I did well, but the thing was, that wasn't the career path I wanted. And I found a drive. My driving factor for me is family. Family and my RS7. I really want an RS7. I'm not gonna lie. I like cars. There's some cars like I want a Plymouth Barracuda, um, old school like I believe it's like a '70s Pontiac GTO. Like there's some stuff that I would like to have. If I don't do it, I might not be able to get the Barracuda, but maybe I can at least get the GTO. There's some things that it's like, I'm okay if I don't achieve it, but one thing I want family. I absolutely knew that for a fact. Family it was an absolute must. I must, like, I wanted to be able to, so right now is point A. My point B in life, 50, 60, 70 years from now, I want to be sitting at a family reunion with all my offspring and the offspring of my offspring. And just like, when I was growing up and we had Pop Pop, my great grandfather, they put together their family reunion, and all the family members wear their different shirts depending on which branch of the family they were. I find value in that. I find you know the legacy factor, the family loyalty, the there's a lot of and family for me it's a very big driving factor, and it keeps me going because it's like I can't look back 20, 30, 40 years from now and then look back and be like, oh, the reason why I didn't get to where I needed to be more successful for my family was because of that or that or that. No, I'm like, screw that. I got a bulldozer over that crap, through that crap, or around that crap to get to where the hell I need to be. Because at the end of the day, I want what I want. I want to be that old man sitting there looking at all my grandbabies and great grandbabies and all of them coming up to me saying, "Hey, Pop Pop," on acres, just like my uncles and my granddad and his brothers, on acres of land, big old house. When I say big old house, it don't got to be a mansion. It could be like, five, six bedrooms, fairly nice size house on a couple of acres of land. I'm a big person I like land. Maybe a farm, some animals, grow my own vegetables, show my kids, grandkids how to cook. Wife in there making all the sweet stuff, the pies, and so. This is the vision I've been seeing, and that's the vision I've always wanted towards the end of life. That was my B. So I'm at destination A. Well, I'm not at A anymore. I'm kind of like, you know, destination A6. I went from A1 to A2, A3, A4. Like there's different, stops here and there along the path to get to destination B, which is at the end of life. Me at that family reunion in the future that I'm envisioning. But my thing is family is what's driving me because I want that at the end of life. I want that Aston Martin DB7 if I don't get the RS7, if I don't get the Tesla Plaid. Like I can get either or. I don't have to have all of them. I'll be happy. I'll be content with just one or two of them. Because I just like cars. My retirement, I plan to work on cars, to build stuff with my hand. Kind of like my granddad. He has a workshop. He shows me how to use tools and stuff, how to work with my hands. Matter of fact, I got to call him back because we plan on doing some work on his boat and his RV. How to work by hand, how to be a real man. Got to learn how to build and fix crap. That was my goal. That was my goal at the end of life. But the thing is, you have to find out. Okay, everybody talks about your purpose and your purpose this and purpose that. Fine. What drives you? What drives you? What is going to keep you going? What puts fuel in your tank to keep you going? Because you could be on your purpose. You could be doing what you're destined to do, and then you remain flat for the rest of your life. You're fine with your job. You stay there. You sit there. You do excellent, but you never excel. You never accelerate. And the reason why you don't accelerate is because you don't have anything driving you forward. What drives you? What gets you going? What makes you want to do more than what you're doing now, currently? For me, it's family. For you, it could be that RS7, that Aston Martin DB7, that Aston Martin 101. How you gonna get it? Well, you need a substantial amount of income to get it. So how you gonna get that? What are you gonna do to get that? You want that house on the lake? You need a substantial amount of income to get that. What are you gonna do to get that? I want a big old house with a bunch of acres. I'm gonna need a substantial amount of income to get that. What am I gonna do to get that? I want my family. What am I gonna do to support my family? How am I this is what drives me. Of course there's little goals here and there. There might be a property that I might see that's along the path. So I'll make little miniature goals here and there. Okay, I need to get this this career. I need to get this job. I need to buy this amount of trucks. I need to buy this amount of assets along the way. Kind of like if you pull out your Google Maps and you're able to add stuff to your route. And sometimes the route changes a little bit here and there. You might do a little bit of weaving and bobbing. Sometimes you got to take a detour. That's fine. But you best believe I'm not stopping. This vehicle ain't stopping. This vehicle ain't stopping until it blow up. So something unfortunate happens. This vehicle is driving. I'm moving. I'm moving and I'm continuing to do something. I'm not letting that tree in the road stop me. I'm gonna find a detour. I'm not gonna let a blown tire stop me. I'm gonna get that fix a flat out. If I don't got the fix a flat, I'm gonna call my peoples up. We're gonna get a new tire on there, keep it running. I'm not gonna run out of let running out of fuel stop me. I'm gonna get the tank of gas. I'm gonna call AAA. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get the fuel I need. Stop by the gas station later. I'm not gonna let anything stop me from getting what I want. Period. Especially not no, oof, especially not no excuses. Forgive me. I get it. Everybody goes through something. Everybody goes through something. You think the people with the silver spoon had it all nice and proper. Everybody goes through something. Whether it was poverty, emotional abuse, whatever, pressure, not to fail, whatever it is, everybody goes through something. Everybody has some obstacles. What are you going to do to get through them? Are you just going to sit there and complain about the tree in the road? then call you people, be like, hey, I tried, but there's a tree in the road. Hey, I can't go nowhere. The tree's here. I gotta wait till somebody come move this tree out the way. I can't. No, find that detour. Get around it. Find the detour. Somebody might never come move that tree. Why would you depend on somebody coming to move that tree? Find the detour. Take action. Do what you got to do to get to where you need to be. And that's how I see my life. There's going to be detours. I know it. But the thing is, my life won't. As long as I'm alive, like my life doesn't stop. And I mean that. Like I could be arrested tomorrow on some bogus charges. Bogus charges. I didn't do nothing wrong. Cops come, I fit the description, they put me in jail. What you think I'm gonna my life's over. No. I'm gonna call my lawyers up, be like, hey, what we gotta do to get out of this? How long is it gonna take me to get out of this? Because I got places to be, I got things to do. Now I do what I gotta do. Shoot, it might take me 2, 3, 4, 5 years to get out of there. Get my record clean or whatever. Cool. Now where'd I leave off? Where okay, what's things looking like now? Because my life's not gonna stop. I'm not just gonna give up. Oh, hey, they arrested me on some bogus crap. They wasted 5 years of my life. I'm done. I'm done. I ain't. Hey, I'm out the game. No, no. I'm a figure it out. Like I said, that's just a blown tire. Call some help if I got it. If not, I'm gonna walk to the tire shop or whatever. Get the tire, the tools I need, fix that tire. Shoot, if I don't got the money, I'm gonna walk. If I don't got the money to fix the tire, I'm just gonna walk then. I'm gonna get somewhere. I'm not just gonna stay still. I think I said this in another show. Of course, when I say rich, I don't mean like just monetarily rich, but like 50 Cent's album, and it was called "Get Rich or Die Trying." And I took that phrase to heart because like now I'm talking about like what drives you. It's like, okay, if you don't get the outcome you want, you should die trying. Because what's the alternative? You stop? What's the alternative? The only alternative to you not getting to where you're going or dying trying to get there is if you stop. That's the only alternative. I could go the rest of my life getting up to a significant amount of net worth, blow, blowing it up and down, up and down, up and down. My whole network go up and down, up and down. But you know what? It'll never stop. I will continue to try to get better at doing whatever I got to do. I might never figure it out before I perish. God forbid. But I know one thing I won't do. I won't stop. I'm going to get my outcome or die trying to get that outcome. And usually what happens, if you continue to show perseverance and get through things, more times than not, you eventually get to where you want to go. It might be messy, might be slow, might be sloppy, but I got there. I got it. Sometimes it's faster than others. Sometimes it's cleaner than others. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know what obstacles I'm going to be thrown. I don't know how the market's going to play out. Like even now, like the whole inflation and the pandemic. I don't know how things are going to turn out. I don't. But I could try to plan the best route depending on whatever obstacles come. And what keeps me going is my drive. That my mental drive towards my family, towards my goal of being pop at that family reunion 50 years from now, talking to my grandbaby, talking about how I got through this C-19 BS, how I built my empire, how I helped they mama or they daddy get to what they got, get their degrees, get their business going, how I had to get in a fight or something like that to defend somebody, how I might have got into some weird, wacky situation and I got through it. I want to be that dude 50 years from now. I don't know what stories I'm gonna tell, but I know I'm gonna be telling some stories. I know that, and I'm gonna be on that big house, and I'm gonna have a DB7 in the garage, or the RS7, or whatever new model of the Tesla, whatever electric vehicles come off. Maybe a Renault. I don't know, whichever one in the garage with the acres, with the cows and the freaking chickens and crap. I know that much. Or I'm gonna die trying. So one or the other. I'm gonna get it, or I'm gonna die trying. That's just how I am. That's just what I think. That's that's how I think. Just in general about life. And talking to that younger me, whoever you are, if you're listening to this, under 30, under 25, get the knowledge you need to kind of better plan your life out. Don't just be. Unfortunately, I wasn't taught properly, but I learned eventually. That's why I said, like, if you're in this space, if you're talking to some of these people that are trying to help you out, guess what? You had something I didn't have. You have somebody literally telling you the game. You have somebody literally telling you, hey, don't do this. I did this. I screwed up. I messed up. This is how you should. This is what I would have did instead. I would have changed it up. This is what I would have did. So guess what? If you screw up, if you do the exact, if you're listening to this or one of the creators trying to help you out, talking about career paths and stuff, shout out to Anton Daniels, shout out to Jason Black. If you're not listening to some of these guys out here telling you what to do, and then 10, 20 years from now, you're talking about how you failed and you wish you would have known better. Nah, bro. Nah, somebody told you. If you're listening to this, somebody told you how to get there. No more excuses after you listen to this. No more excuses. That's fact. So find out what drives you. What's gonna drive you? What's gonna drive you to your end goal? And how is that drive going to fuel you through life as as you fulfill your purpose? I hope you find it out. For me, it's family, legacy, honor, dignity. What drives you? If you got any comments, leave it in the comment section. I want to know what drives you. Let the world know what drives you. This has been the crossover.
お前はもう死んでいる。